Good morning, everyone. How are you? I see Pooja is there, Nitya is there, I see Hina there. Good morning, guys. How are you? Good, good. Good to be here. What about you? Any questions, any doubts so far, or it's going good? Any feedback for me that I need to add more examples or some concept that is not clear? Hey, Sandeep, how are you? Hi, Vivek. Great, great, great. We just wait for another 10-15 seconds for say, like, or max to max 30 seconds for everyone to join in, and then we will start with today's session, which is our chapter number 6, right? Chapter number 6, super duper interesting because it has a lot of marketing, and marketing is the future, right? So we will discuss a lot about marketing today. Any questions, Pooja, Nitya, Hina, Sandeep, Vivek, anything that you want to ask, any feedback that you want to give in terms of ये add किया जाए या कुछ और add किया जाए? All right, and then there is also there Sushil, Priyanshi, Harish, Meman is there, Ria, I see that, Sandeep again. Hi Charu, how are you? I'm good, Sandeep. Thanks for asking. I'm doing good. So far, so good. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, right? And then the Monday mayhem came. We all hate Mondays. But acha, the class is on a Tuesday. Otherwise, I would have also been sleepy. Was the last session's quiz good? Did you guys get to understand कि exam में कैसे questions आएंगे, how the exam is going to be? The questions were, I would say, that were medium level because the questions can be even more tough, right? Great, Pooja. Pooja says no doubt, but reading is required from us. Absolutely, absolutely. I keep telling you, this subject is more like my PPTs, my sessions should be more like understanding the concept, getting a brief, brisk update कि करना क्या है क्या syllabus में, but your reading of the study material is what is going to change your game for the examinations, right? That is one thing that is going to change your entire game for the examination. All right. So without wasting much time, we've waited enough for people, and I will respect the time of all the people who have joined in early. Let us quickly start with chapter number 6, which is functional level strategies, right? Hi Shakti, hi Tulsi, hi Vandana, how are you? Good, good. Thanks, Ananya. I think the quiz was interesting for me as well because I got to know that there is a lot of things that you guys need to revise and update yourself because सिर्फ concepts से नहीं होगा. You have to understand the question also, right? Question कहना क्या चाह रहा है? What is the question asking about? Is what is so important in examination, right? Okay, chapter 6, functional level strategies. We have studied. Probably I'll just go to that thing, this thing, okay? So functional level strategy, if I talk about it, in chapter number 4, we did corporate level strategy, right? Corporate level strategies, we understood. CEO, CFO, what are the top level executives doing in the company? Unka kaam kya hai? What is the work that they do, right? Then in chapter number 5, we studied about business level strategies. Achha, business level strategies were also very interesting. Right? Ki bhai, what kind of strategies are used by the business level people? What are the strategies that people use to understand the business, to strategize the business, right? We talked about Michael Porter, we talked about the generic, the differentiation, we talked about focus strategies, right? That was business level strategy. Today, we are going to study about functional level strategies, which is around manufacturing, finance ki strategy kya hoti hai? What is a marketing strategy? What is a research and development strategy? What is a human resource? What is logistics strategy? Ideally, if you remember from chapter 1 and 2, right, we talked about that functional level strategies are actually the action owners, right? They are actually the one who implement the corporate and business level strategies. Corporate level पे, business level पे, ideas बनते हैं. right? Corporate level and a business level creates ideas. They create what is to be done. They understand where a company should go. They create a vision. They create a mission. While a functional level strategy talks about implementing those, right? The functional level strategies talk about how to implement those strategies. How do I bring action? How do I achieve those objectives? How do I achieve those, results? How do I achieve those targets? The vision, how do I achieve that mission? How do I achieve that vision, right? That is what a functional level strategy talks about. And that is what we're going to study, breaking down the entire functional level strategy into these 6 strategies. We'll study in depth all of these, which is marketing strategy, financial strategy, production strategy, logistics, research and development, and human resource strategy, right? So these 6 strategies under functional strategy, we will study all of these 6 strategies with examples, with what does a functional level manager do? A human resource manager karta kya hai? Marketing strategy hoti kya hai? What is the financial strategy? What all things come into financial strategy? Why do we even need a financial strategy, right? All of this is what chapter 6 talks about in depth, right? Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Leslie. Thanks, Ananya. Thanks, indeed. Yes, I know the quiz was amazing. After chapter 7 also, before I do chapter number 8, I am thinking I'll put in another quiz for 30 minutes. A quiz फिर से करेंगे chapter 1 to 7 की, then we'll do chapter 8. And after chapter 8 also, we'll take 15-20 minutes and do another quiz, right? I want to do 2 more quiz with you so that you get a hang of questions, right? I'll bring in more questions. Today also, the kind of questions we have in this session, right, related to chapter 6, you will understand the kind of questions you should expect in the examination, right? That is what my focus is. Okay. Let us understand the basics of functional strategy. I know I've talked about it, that business level strategy, corporate level strategy ka implementation, how to convert the ideas of the corporate level strategy and the business level strategy into a function, into an objective, into action, is what a function level strategy is all about, right? They provide details to business strategy and govern as to how key activities are to be managed, right? Actually में करना क्या है is what a functional level strategy talks about, right? See, if you remember business level strategy, corporate level strategy, PCG matrix हो गया आपका, we had GE matrix, we had that matrix, this matrix. All of those talked about one single thing. See, the broad idea, what a product should be, what a company should be, what should be the strategy, where should a company go, how should a company work, all these activities, a big broad idea कि करना क्या चाहिए. Business level strategy was also the same. Cost leadership होना चाहिए, whether there should be differentiation, whether there should be focused differentiation or a focused cost leadership. What is a cost leadership or a best cost provider strategy? कौन सी strategy we should apply to our condition of business, our situation of business? That was a business level strategy, right? Broad idea, करना क्या है. The functional strategy is about करना कैसे है, right? If I can explain, if I can break it down, what is to be done, business and corporate, how is it to be done, is a functional level strategy. How to manage that objective, how to manage that idea is functional level, right? 2 important roles that a functional level strategy gives to a business or a corporate level manager or a corporate level strategy is, first, it supports the overall business strategy. It supports the overall business strategy. Business strategy ka overall support, it's the support system because it is implementing. It is the place where people are taking actions. So it supports your business strategy. Number two, it spells out how functional managers will work so as to ensure better performance. Okay. Now I'll tell you how. Now functional level strategy is very simple because managing this is very simple because you have metrics. In functional level, if you want to make notes, if you want to write it down somewhere, your wish, otherwise, remember it. So functional level strategy has metrics. So let's say in a financial strategy, in a finance strategy, right, today's budget, so probably you will understand more. So in finance strategy, what happens is very simple again. Finance strategy में बोलते हैं कि I want 10 crore rupees at say 9% of rate of interest, right? The financial strategy is very well defined, right? Business strategy or a corporate strategy is like, yeah, let us do a cost leadership strategy. Let us go into this market. Let us go into African market. Let us go into European market. That is corporate business level strategy. The functional level strategy is so well defined. I want 10 crore rupees at 9% rate of interest. Now, a functional level manager has a very clear target. अच्छा, मुझे तो 9% पे 10 करोड़ रुपए लाके देने हैं कंपनी को. Whether I'm a good functional manager, whether I'm a good finance manager or not, is well defined. If I get it at 9% or lower, I'm a good manager. If I'm not able to get that, I think I'm not competent enough for the company, for that company, right? Probably other company might need it at 11%. So unke liye I'm a good manager. So that is what a basic thing is. It ensures better performance because very well defined karna kya hai, what is to be done. I want my product to be marketed in amongst 18 to 20-year-old. Marketing strategy, it's a very well-defined thing. I want my product to be marketed or to spread awareness amongst students from 16 to 18 years, right? Very well-defined strategies hoti hain in functional level strategy, and that is why it ensures a better performance. Okay, right. A very good morning, Puneva. Cool. Now see, following up from the previous slide only, it is nothing different. Top level strategies need to be segregated into viable functional plans, right? What it means is कि आपका top level का जो idea है, it is bifurcated into different functional strategies. Finance strategy, marketing strategy, human resource strategy, this strategy, that strategy, right? We'll study all these 6 functional strategies. And that is what he's saying. कि टॉप लेवल की जो स्ट्रैटेजी है उसको different functions में we divide it into different functions. Each function has its own separate strategy. Okay, and environmental factors of each strategy are different. You have to understand this very carefully. The environmental factors of each strategy are different, right? So let's say for a marketing, for logistics, my ship is coming from Spain and it has to come in a port near Kerala. Okay. Now, the external environment is how the trade relations are, how the sea route is, what are the excise duties, what are the duties or the taxes I have to pay. Is there a war going on between some country in Middle East wherein my ship cannot travel through it, or there is 2 days delay? That is a cost for me. Environment factor of bringing ship from Spain to Kerala is entirely different for let's say human resource strategy, which is about how to retain people in the company. Like a lot of people are leaving your company. How do you retain those people in the company? That's a different strategy, but it is again a functional strategy, and they are not very related. Their external factors, things that affect those strategies, are entirely different, right? So that is how we say that environmental factors of each functional strategy are separate and different for each of these, right? Okay. Operational plans at SBU level tell functional managers what has to be done, while policies show how the plans are to be implemented. Simple. What is the difference between a plan and a policy? Very simple. Plan and a policy. Policy is very broad. Policy is very broad, right? So I'll give you a very classic example. The policy of the government is to increase employment. The policy of the government is to increase employment, and the plan is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, or a Skill Development Act, wherein they are giving out they're giving free skill upgradation to young youth who want to work. That is a plan. Policy is the employment badhani. It's a broad idea. It's how the plans are to be implemented. And your plan is basically what is to be done. How do I achieve that plan? How do I achieve that policy is what an operational plan does, right? Similarly, in a business, a policy can be efficiency is to be increased. A policy in the company can be we have to increase efficiency, while the plan can be that you create a good environment for the employees. right? Employees feel comfortable by working. There is no hierarchy, there is no politics within the organization. So people are very comfortable in working, and they increase that their efficiency increases. That is what an operational plan versus a policy is, right? Okay. Now, why do we actually need it? Samajh aa gaya. Basic, I get it. I get it what the basic of functions, right? Or students or college going people. The sense of direction is well defined. Second, aimed at facilitating implementation of corporate and business strategy. Very simple. It is aiding, it is actually converting the idea of corporate or business to real actions. It acts as a basis for controlling activities. Absolutely. Now, if the finance manager is able to get loans at 9%, or the finance manager is able to reduce cost by 2%. Now, let us say I am the CFO and I tell a finance manager of my factory that, boss, I want you to reduce the cost, overall cost in the entire year by 2%, right? That person has a sense of direction now. कि मुझे cost 2% से reduce करनी है, and it acts as a basis for controlling. I know whether he is achieving his target or not, whether he is efficient or not, whether he is able to work or not. I have a controlling activity ki theek hai. If they reduce by 2%, that means they have achieved their target. If not, then they are not competent, right? It acts as a controlling activity. Every 3 months, I will ask them, what is the update? Are you reducing costs? How much is reduced, right? So it acts as a base of controlling activities. They help in bringing harmony and coordination, right? Abhi, why does it bring coordination? Because functional level strategy, they all work together towards a corporate business goal, right? Corporate goal or a business goal is one, and all these functional strategies, human resource ho gaya, finance ho gaya, logistics ho gaya, marketing ho gaya, all of these work together to achieve one single idea or goal, which is a corporate goal or a business goal, right? That is what they achieve. That is what the idea is, to achieve the corporate or the business level goal. They help the functional managers in handling situations in a consistent manner, right? Abhi functional level manager knows what is to be done. It helps them to handle such situations in a very consistent manner, right? It helps them to handle such situations in a very consistent, very easy, efficient manner, because they know what is to be done. When the idea is clear कि मुझे करना क्या है, it is easy for them to handle situations as well, right? With that, we've completed the basic of functional level strategy hoti kya hai, right? We understand what a functional level strategy is. Any questions so far, or otherwise we'll straightforward go to marketing strategy. Any questions, anything that is not clear, anything that is confusing you about functional strategy? I would really want you to ask your questions here. As many questions as possible, ask it. I'm happy to answer all of those. Absolutely, Pooja. Everyone is waiting for the budget today. Let's see what is in store for the middle class, for us, because everything is becoming so expensive. But then again, it's a very good thing to learn about economy, right? Even if you don't watch budget ke baad just go through the internet and read thoda bahut. Not mandatory. I'm just giving a suggestion. It's your wish you want to study or not. Awesome. Thanks, Sakti. Thanks, Ishika. You have written all clear 3 times. That means everything is good. Awesome. What about others? I really want you all to put in the chat box if it's all clear, any questions, koi doubt hai, any example you want, or we will quickly move on to marketing strategy, which is also very interesting, right? Har jagah, all around us, we see marketing is happening. Everywhere around us, marketing. Cool, thanks Indeed, thanks Pooja, thanks Jameel. Let us move on to our marketing strategy. Right? Let us quickly move on to understanding कि भाई marketing strategy होती क्या है. Okay, so marketing strategy. It is a process which has different steps. Marketing is not just advertising, my friends. Okay, marketing का एक part है advertising. So you say कि Byju's Indian cricket team ki jersey pe we have Byju's written, right? Or on the helmets we have some Sahara. Earlier we had Sahara. Or XYZ Vedantu ki ad aa rahi hai. Amir Khan is doing an ad of phone pay, right? All this is just advertising. It is one part of marketing. Marketing is a very broad concept. Advertising that we all consume through Instagram, through Facebook, through WhatsApp, through television, through OTT, Netflix, all of this is advertising, which is one single part of your marketing strategy, right? Awesome, Sadeep. So probably when we take a break, you go and get yourself a burger, right? Okay. So the marketing overall is a process of analyzing the market opportunities, right? Marketing is not just about advertising. It is about identifying opportunities in the market, selecting the target market. मुझे बेचना किसको है? Who do I want to sell my product or service to? Developing the marketing mix and managing the marketing effort, right? Marketing involves all of these four things, which is market opportunities. Dekho, what are the opportunities? What are the new products I can bring in? What does the customer want? What all geographies can I cover? What is the new thing that is coming that I can also do with my product, right? Then selecting the target market. Who do I want to sell my product to? Developing the marketing mix. What should be the marketing mix? इसके बारे में we will study in depth in the next slides. And managing the marketing effort, right? The overall idea, the overall plan कि अच्छा ये भी करेंगे, इस market में जाएंगे, we'll go into this market with this product. This is a new thing that I will bring to for the customers, and this is how I'm going to create an awareness around it. This is how I'm going to price it. This is how I'm going to pack it. This is how I'm going to present it. All of this is marketing. Right? Once the corporate strategy has defined the company's overall mission and objective, corporate level pay, once the mission and objectives are defined, marketing plays a role in carrying out these objectives, right? It plays a very important role in carrying out these objectives. The idea, abhi cost leader hai. You want to be a differentiator, right? You want to have a focused market. How should the packaging be? How should the pricing should be? We took example of Ferrari. We took example of Rolex. Abhi Rolex ki watch, if you buy a Rolex watch, it doesn't just come as a watch. There is a big box. It is all packaged. It's made in velvet, premium quality cloth material you get with it. You get accessories with it. You get a badge with it. You get a pen with it. It's all marketing. How you project, how you create your product is also marketing, right? Challenges affecting the success or failure of marketing strategy implementation. The amount and extent of advertising to be done. Zyada advertise kar doge, then also it is a flop strategy because people get bored, right? So I'll give you a classic example. Okay, I'll give you a classic example, latest one. If you look at it, there is a movie called RRR. Are you aware of it? Right? There is a South Telugu movie which is coming all over India in different languages. It's called RRR. Okay. They have advertised so much. They have advertised everywhere on internet you go in the last month. You will just see this RRR people everywhere, right? On this show, on that show, with this YouTube channel, with that YouTube channel, on TV, on radio, on Instagram, everywhere you will just see them. Over advertising. At a point, the customer will say, boss, और नहीं देखना मेरे को movie देखनी ही नहीं है. They have irritated you so much. I'm just giving an example. Probably you might love it, so that's okay. I'm just giving you an example. So you start getting irritated, and that is also over advertising. It is a success or a failure. It depends on the amount and extent of advertising to be done, right? Second, decisions regarding distribution network to be used. How do you want to distribute your goods? How do you want to distribute your goods is also a marketing strategy. By distribute kaise karna? It is called place, right? Abhi marketing mix mein we study about how do you want to distribute your product. Whether you want to go to every kirana store or you just want to keep your product in, let's say, Big Bazaar or Reliance Fresh, or you want your product to be in every small shop as well. do you want to sell only online, or you want to go to some store and sell? Do you want to open your own website, or you want to go to a Flipkart or an Amazon, right? All of that is a marketing strategy. All of that is a marketing strategy. Right? सब questions के answers ये जो है ये सब marketing के अंदर आते हैं, right? Absolutely. Yes, Nagarjun is saying RRR is releasing on 25th March. Was 25th March को release on, and they're promoting since December. Because of COVID, I think they had to delay. But over advertising, wrong timing of advertising, right? By March, I will still forget. They will again have to spend money on advertising, on promotion, right? That is a flop strategy that went against them, is what I think, right? Can be a success for them. Cool. But you understand, a marketing strategy is not just advertising. It is the entire environment that you create around your product or service. That is a marketing strategy, right? It is not just advertising. It is not just advertising. Advertising is just one part. Okay. The marketing mix. The mega topic of the chapter is marketing mix. कि भाई marketing mix होती क्या है? Marketing mix, it is the underlying concept of marketing strategy, right? It is the underlying concept of marketing strategy. The 4 P's, there are 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. Okay. There are 4 P's in marketing mix. There are 4 P's in marketing mix, which are product, price, place, and promotion. Okay. Now, one thing I've highlighted here is this. An effective marketing program blends all the marketing mix elements. सब कुछ को, a good marketing program, a good marketing strategy collaborates, blends together all the 4 P's of marketing mix to do what? To add value to the customers, right? To add value to the customers. To add value to the customer, right? A good marketing strategy blends all the P's of marketing mix together to add value to the customer. Simple है, very simple. Customer को value add देना, be it in any form. Brand value देना है. They feel good about your product or service. They are satisfied with your product or service, right? You have to achieve that by blending all the P's of marketing together, right? Which is product, price, place, and promotion. Product, price, place, and promotion. Advertising तो सिर्फ promotion का एक तरीका है, right? Advertising is just one way of doing promotion, while marketing includes product, price, place, and promotion. Okay, we always confuse marketing. When you say कि I have done MBA in marketing, or people say मैं तो marketing professional हूँ, I'm a marketing professional, I work in marketing, I am in marketing. We all think अच्छा ad करवाते हैं, a video बनाता है ad, right? They do photography, they create ads. No, that is just one part of promotion. Marketing is about creating a product, designing a product, pricing a product, placing that product, distribution, कहाँ बिकेगा, Amazon पे बिकेगा, Flipkart पे बिकेगा, अपनी website होगी, whether we'll go to every store, whether we'll have a international, whether we'll export, how much will we import, how much will we export, right? Which country will we export in? That is marketing. That is also marketing, right? Okay. Now, the underlying concept. Now, when I talk about product, the marketer's perspective is कि मुझे product अच्छा बनाना है. The customer's perspective. Now, think of all the 4 P's from a producer perspective and a consumer perspective. And you tell me, all the companies should design and implement a market strategy. All the companies should design and implement a marketing strategy from a customer perspective or a marketer's perspective. Your marketing strategy should be designed from a customer perspective or a production or your own perspective. How should that be done? I want answers from you. Your marketing strategy should be developed or designed keeping in mind the customer or keeping in mind your preferences as a business. Absolutely, Pooja. We have done 4 P's in 12th also, in foundation also, but यहाँ पे we are studying that in depth. We are going to go deeper, right? We are going to go deeper. Abhi intermediate में also you will study some tax, you will have accounts also. But final level to what you study is entirely different, right? It's entirely different. It's so much in depth, you will be lost in the syllabus. But the question is, from a customer perspective, we should do a marketing strategy design, or from business? Everyone says customer perspective. Absolutely, absolutely. It has to be customer's perspective. And that is why when I talk about product, it should be customer को कुछ solution मिलना चाहिए. It should solve some problem of the consumer, right? If I'm not able to do something, you bring in a product that is solving or making my life easy. The perspective of the marketer should be, I should create or design a product which makes the life of the consumer or the customer easy. Price, right? It should be based on my customer's cost. My target customer is 16 to 18-year-old people in the country. None of them, or majority of them, are not earning money. They have to take money from their parents, right? So I cannot price a product very high because they are not earning themselves. While if my product or service is for, let's say, 25 to 35 years of age, most of the people are earning from 25 to 35. They can spend money on themselves, right? And that is where I can price my product thoda higher, right? This is how. Or let's say you will see a lot of baby care products, right? All these clothes of kids, shoes, small shoes and everything. They're priced so much because the marketer knows that the parents are crazy about their kids. They will pay X amount of money for a good product for their kid, right? They're crazy about it. They do not think logically when they do purchases for their newborn kids, right? So this is how you have to understand the customer's cost. This is how you have to understand the customer to price your product. Cost ko chhod do. Don't think about your cost for 1 second. You have to think about the customer. Can they pay higher price? If yes, go and charge a higher price. Do you think they cannot pay so much higher price? Then you charge lesser price, right? Place. My product is most convenient how? Like, for example, I'll take an example of Lenskart, okay? Now, Lenskart is selling your specs online. But they found out that online, people are not very comfortable. People want to check, people want to wear it, people want to see and then buy a spectacle, right? So they go to stores now. Lenskart has stores also. They had to open stores, physical stores as well across the nation because they understood the convenience kya hai. Even if people can buy online, you can test yourself online. Ki acha ye acha lag raha hai ya nahi. But you are confident. For all the people who are wearing specs, you know that unless you touch, you wear it, you are able to see yourself, you see yourself in the mirror, it looks good on you, only then you buy a specs, right? Then you buy a pair of spectacles. And that is what they have to identify from a marketing perspective. Lenskart Co, they had to open stores because people wanted to touch, feel, wear a specs and then buy a product, right? That is how you have to arrange your strategy. That is how you have to adjust your strategy. And that is part of your marketing mix. Okay. Finally, promotion. Promotion to sabko pata hai. Communicating about your product to the customer through radio, through social media, through digital marketing, through television marketing, through print media, newspapers, magazines, through word of mouth, through Google reviews, so TripAdvisor reviews, right? If you have a hotel, you will want more reviews on Google, you will want more reviews on TripAdvisor. If you have a restaurant, you will want more reviews on Zomato or XYZ company, right? Or XYZ services. You have to create a promotion for yourself based on communication. What is the best mode of communication for me? If I am a restaurant, right, I go and do a television ad. Doesn't make sense. Pure India ko to I cannot even sell. I'm a restaurant in, let's say, Patna. I am a small restaurant in Patna. If I do a television ad, it wouldn't make sense. No one from Delhi or Kolkata or Mumbai or Chennai or Bangalore is going to order food from me, right? However, if I do a print media in the local newspaper, or I do aggressive Zomato marketing, right? That my products come in promotion level at Zomato. What will happen is that is a good promotion. That is a good way of communicating about my goods, my product, and my service. That is marketing mix. That is marketing mix, right? And from a customer perspective, that is, you have to think. A marketer has to think from a customer's perspective. Not personal कि मुझे क्या अच्छा लगता है, customer को क्या अच्छा लगता है should be the focus, right? Okay, let us deep dive into each of these 4 P's of product, price, place, and promotion, right? Product, price, place, and promotion. तो थोड़ा सा और let us go one deeper, one level deep into understanding these, right? First, we'll start with understanding product. कि product क्या चीज है? Product. When I say product, what comes in your head? In your head, you should think about this. When I say product, your brain should immediately start thinking about this: branding, packaging, and other product features like warranties and guarantees, right? When I talk about a product, when I say the word product, you should start thinking about how a product looks, right? Now, the wonderful thing is, if you look at it, a bottle of oil, right? A hair oil bottle, almost all the companies have similar way of making a hair oil bottle, right? Or if you go and look at shampoos, right? If you have a bottle of shampoo at your home, by any brand, it's almost the same size and shape. A little different, but almost the same size and shape, right? The same pitch or over that shampoo bottle. Every company is doing that. Everyone is doing that. Why? Because customer has started relating to that product. If instantly when they touch a bottle, when they see a bottle, right, they understand, acha, ye to shampoo hai, right? And that is what a branding and packaging, the features of the product is. That is what a product is, right? That is what a product is. That is first step. The basic idea of a product strategy within marketing mix is कि what should be my new product, introducing new product or maximizing my existing product. मैं अपने existing product को ही better बनाऊं, or should I go and introduce a new product? That is the basic idea of marketing mix of product. The major idea is whether I should improve my existing product or should I introduce a new product. How do you decide that? By understanding the market, by understanding the customer, right? By understanding the customer, you understand whether I have to go for a new product or I should bring new accessories or new things into my existing product, right? And when we talk about a product, it means branding, packaging, and other features that come along with the product, right? Brand recognition, absolutely. That is also part of your marketing. Brand recognition. People start recognizing the brand, right? Absolutely. Right now, Geo would also come here, right? Geo would more come into pricing. Geo has done fantastic job in pricing marketing mix, right? Product may also. Product may, like every phone, you will see an iPhone and you will understand the iPhone, right? From a very glimpse of the phone, you understand actually iPhone. Or from the back of the camera, ठीक है, कैमरा का देख के ही you can understand this is an iPhone or is it a Samsung, right? If I show you the back of my phone, you will understand कि ये Samsung है, ये कौन सा phone है, ये iPhone है, right? Because that is how they have branded their product. That is how they developed their product. कि सिर्फ कैमरा देख के people can identify कि आपके पास कौन सा phone है, right? That is a product design. That is a product design, right? Okay. Now, another thing that we have studied, right? Another thing that we have studied in the previous chapters also. Another thing, okay, we have a question. Thank you for the question. Difference between marketing target and target marketing. We'll come to that, Sandeep. Abhi usi ke aage I have that. In the next slides, we have the same words. Okay, we'll come to that. Product differentiation is again part of your product marketing mix, right? Product differentiation, so we have studied in depth in the previous chapters. We all know what product differentiation is, right? So it is enough if the customers are persuaded to believe that the product offered is different from others, right? The idea of a product is, the idea of designing a product, branding a product, creating a brand of your product or service is basically, when I say product, it also means service. Okay, when I say product, it also means service, but the word used is product, right? It is enough. Let's say a saloon also, right? You go to a hair cutting saloon, what happens? This service defines how the kind of shop they have, the kind of chairs they have, the kind of shampoo they use, the kind of dryer they use, the kind of scissors, the kind of fragrance that you have in that shop, right? The kind of quality of service they give. They put a paper napkin on you, they clean clean your neck and your face with a moisturizer, or they use a talcum powder, whatever they do, they're branding, they're packaging their services like that. That also comes into marketing. Product is not just product, it is also service, right? How they treat you as a customer is also a product. That is how they're branding their service. That is how they're creating an environment of their service, right? Similarly, we were taking example of shampoos, right? Abhi Olay ka shampoo says hair fall nahi hota. Head and Shoulders had differentiated. Head and Shoulders, what that brand has done is it is also a shampoo. But everyone knows Head and Shoulders dandruff ke liye, right? They have created a differentiated branding for the product. कि Head and Shoulders तो भैया dandruff है तो go and buy Head and Shoulders. If you have dandruff problem, go and buy Head and Shoulders. They have differentiated their entire product from all other shampoos, right? They have created a differentiated marketing for themselves. They are the shampoo only, same hai sab kuch. It is the same shampoo, it is the same kind of a bottle, it is the same packaging. But they have created a differentiation for their product, that we focus on dandruff. We focus on removing dandruff from the customer's scalp, right? That is what product differentiation is about. Classic example, Head and Shoulders, right? Dandruff ke liye ho gaya. Talk, before I go to price, let me just solve. Otherwise, wo aage aayega and I'll leave that question. Otherwise, that question is going to come anyway. Marketing, targeting, target marketing. Sandeep, I'll explain it for everyone. Simple hai. Marketing target kya hai? What is your target of marketing? Why are you doing marketing? Is your marketing target, right? What is your marketing target is कि why are you marketing? आपको चाहिए क्या इससे? Do you want to create awareness? Do you want to get more customers? Do you want to like get premium customers? What kind of a marketing is it? Right? Is it just about awareness about your product, or is it actually about selling also? Is it actually about selling your product, or is it just pure marketing? Right? Is it just pure marketing, or is it about customers? Is it about bringing value to the customer? How do you want to market? Right? Do you want to market your brand as a very social brand, or do you want to market your brand as a very high-end aggressive brand? Right? It really depends on your marketing target. But target market is the cohort of people you want to sell your product to, or your product or service, right? The group of people that you want to sell your product or service to is called your target market, right? For example, the target market of, let's say I am a principal of a school. Okay, I'll give you an example. I am principal of a school and I have admissions open for nursery and KG. I have admissions open for nursery and KG. I'm principal of a school. Who is my target market? Who is my target market? Can I go and bring all the 14, 15-year-old kids and say अपने छोटे भाई बहन को बोलो स्कूल में आए, right? Or should I go to like 70-80-year-old people and tell them, अरे अपने पोता पोती, tell your grandson and granddaughter to send their kids to my school, right? That is not the target market. That is wasteful expenditure. They will never do that. I have to target the parents whose kids are in the ages, whose kids are in 3 to 5 years old. I have to target that market. अच्छा ये बंदे ढूंढने हैं, then I have to sell my product or service to them. That is your target market. Right? Absolutely, Jimmy. It's a crazy market. People spend so much money on baby care, on kids, right? Including us. Our parents have spent a lot of money on us. Awesome. I think that is clear. Any questions so far on the product? I'll just take a minute. Any questions on product? Otherwise, we'll go to next one, which is called price. Second P of marketing fix is price. We'll go to that. Any questions? If it is all clear, just give me a thumbs up that everything is clear so that we can go ahead. Kuch chhoot na jaye. I want all of your clarifications, all of your doubts to be cleared while we are here doing a live session, right? Ask as many questions as you can. I would always suggest ask as many questions as you can. More the questions, more the clarity, better the marks. Better the marks, better the chances, better the life. If no questions, just give me a thumbs up. All good, everything's going fine, everything is clear, and we will quickly go to price wala. Awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Understood. Clear. All clear till now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful. Let us go to the next P of marketing mix, which is price. Which is price. Kitne ka beche? What should be the price of my product? How much should I charge the customer? Right? A big question for every business. How much should I charge a customer? The classic problem for a chartered accountant in practice, right? A classic example for a chartered accountant in practice. Paise kitne lene hain, right? If I'm filing a return, if I'm giving a consultancy, how much should I charge? Should I charge like 1,000 rupees per minute? Should I charge 100 rupees per minute? What is my value? How do I value myself? How do I value my time? Classic problem for a chartered accountant in practice, how to price my service, right? Let us understand how companies do that. What are the different techniques you can also use? No technique is the best. It's more about what suits your business, what suits your customer, right? If your client is, let's say, your client has a turnover of 10 lakhs, their turnover is 10 lakhs, you cannot charge 1 lakh from them, right? But if your client's turnover is let's say 10 crores, you can charge 1 lakh from them, right? It really depends. And that is, let us understand how do you price a particular product, okay? Cool. Or a service. When I say product, it means service also. Low cost organizations जिनकी cost बहुत कम है. The cost of the organization is very less, right? The cost of producing a product, the cost of the services they're providing, they have a very low cost. They may adopt aggressive pricing strategy. Classic example is Jio, right? They had huge amounts of money. Free de do, sabko free de do, free internet, free phone. Aggressive pricing strategy as they enjoy more freedom of action in respect of their prices. They may also afford selective decrease in prices to push their sales, right? Selective decrease means January to March, hum log free denge, from April we'll charge, right? 3 months free. That is also what pricing strategy is. You go to Netflix. Latest classic example is Netflix. Netflix prices, they reduced their prices by 60-70% from 500 rupees to 150 rupees, right? Aggressive pricing strategy because they can afford that, right? They can afford that pricing, right? And that is an aggressive pricing strategy. That is what they're doing to enter into India, to grow into India. That is a pricing. Classic example, latest abhi ho raha hai. You have used that thing, right? You go to Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime mein you go and you see student offer, right? Amazon Prime mein, if you go and use Amazon Prime, there is something called student offer, wherein you get 50% off on you get 50% cashback. So your Amazon Prime is for, let's say, 300 rupees, you get 150 rupees back instantly by just uploading your ID card. Selective decrease in prices to push their sales. Selective decrease है, सबको 50% off नहीं है, only to students. And if you upload your ID card or a mark sheet, you get 50% off. Pricing strategy, right? Theoretically, cost plus pricing, right, is what companies adopt. Companies adopt cost plus pricing. What does this mean? मेरी cost 10 रुपए है, I have to earn 10%. चलो 110 रुपए का बेचते हैं, right? Cost plus. Basically, the most common method is cost plus. The most common, there are many methods, but the most common is called cost plus method. उसमें क्या होता है? What companies do is, companies say, boss, my cost is 100 rupees. I need to earn 10-15%. 115 का बेच देते हैं. Your cost is 100 rupees. Let's say, no, मुझे तो 30% कमाना. I want to earn 30% on my cost. I say, all right, 100 rupees is cost. I want to earn 30%. Let's sell it for 130 rupees, right? Cost plus pricing is basically the most adopted way of determining your price. Easy है कि आपकी cost कितनी है, you multiply it with the percentage of profit you want, right? However, that may not be feasible. Because आपका competition भी तो है. Because you have to understand competitive environment. Boss, you think मेरे को 30% कमाना है. If your competitor is selling it for 105 rupees, you're selling for 130, you cannot even earn 1 rupee profit, right? Leave 30 rupees. You will not even earn 1 rupee profit, right? That is pricing strategy. Absolutely. Now JioMart is coming. Great example, Charu. JioMart is coming and they're giving heavy discounts in grocery. Tail at 50% off. You're getting sarson ka tail at 50% off. Your sesame oil 50% off. Your ghee 30% off. Your atta, chawal, everything they're giving for such huge discounts. Your grocery vegetables, 3 rupees per kg aloo, 10 rupees per kg pyaz, your onions and potatoes, right? Aggressive pricing strategy to beat competition, aggressive pricing strategy, right? Okay. While pricing, right, when you're pricing your product, there are three objectives, okay? There are three objectives that you should keep in mind to price your product when you're entering a new market. Now, let's say I am a company and I'm entering into a new market. I am a company, I have a brand, and I'm entering into a new market. How should I price my product? The question that should come into your head is, Acha, I am a business, I'm starting my business, I'm an entrepreneur, मैं कुछ नया start कर रहा हूँ. I am a new person in the market. I am a new brand in the market. How do I price my product? How do I price my product? What should be my objective behind pricing? Whatever I price, let me price what I am pricing. But what should be my objective? Number one, you should always have a customer-centric approach. Like I told you, if your client is making 10 crore rupees in the year, you can charge 1 lakh rupees. If your client is only making 10 lakh rupees, you cannot charge 1 lakh to them. With 10% of their income, they're not going to give you as a chartered accountant for helping you, right? Customer-centric approach while making a product. You should also provide services based, right? If you're not able to charge 1 lakh rupees, you should ideally not be putting your product at such high value then, right? Second, reasonable margin over cost. Pricing does not mean making losses. The reasonable margin, your objective should always be to make some money, right? Today's scenario, a lot of companies are not making money. I don't know how that works, right? They're just focusing on market share, right? You have to increase market share, but the ideal scenario is thoda paisa bhi banana chahiye, right? A reasonable margin should be there over cost. A reasonable margin should be there over cost is an ideal situation. And your idea when you're entering a new market should be price dekh lenge. We'll increase my price. I'll increase my price, but I need to increase my market share first. So I need more customers first. Then only I'll be able to understand price badhana hai, ghatana hai, same rakhna, right? You need to increase your market share first should be your objective. So 3 objectives when you're entering the new market from a pricing perspective, your objective should be 3. First is customer-centric approach. Second is reasonable margin over cost. You should make at least some money and increasing market share. The idea should be to get more customers. The idea should be increasing market share and then thinking ki acha price upar kare, niche kare. That should be defined later on, right? That is what you should do when you're entering a new market. That is what you should do when you're entering a new market, right? Okay, we have a quiz for you now, right? Quick question, exam jaisa question. Exactly what you should expect in your examination, right? Read the question very carefully. Read the question very carefully and answer. Okay? Read the question very carefully and answer. We have just studied this concept. We've just studied this concept. Jayant, a renowned marketing expert, while consulting Mega Clothes Company about their new men's collection, told them that India consumers are very price sensitive and they need to be very careful on that, right? The Indian customer is देखो, Europe है तो आप overall look at everything. China है तो distribution देखो, your place देखो. Is it about that? Or low cost producers always win. The underlying principle of marketing is low cost producers always win. So price थोड़ा सा कम रखना क्योंकि Indian customer को price sensitive है, right? Okay, answers are there on my screen. Shashank has answered 4 times. Good to see the energy, Shashank. Give some energy to me, sir, please. Give me energy. Give some energy to me. A little bit of loan of energy. Cool. Value for money, value for money, value for money. Adding value to the customer, adding value to the customer. Geography decides pricing. Adding value to the customer. Then we have low cost producers always win. Adding value to the customer. Let's wait for another 5 seconds for others to answer as well. Low cost producers always win. Adding value to the customer, adding value to the customer, value for money. Geography decides your marketing, right? Okay. The correct answer is adding value to the customer. Okay. The correct answer is adding value to the customer. The underlying principle of marketing, right? Principle of marketing here is adding value to the customer. Now, Jayant is telling the brand, boss, be very careful on your pricing because Indian customer is price sensitive, right? Is price sensitive, and the idea of marketing is to add value to the customer, right? The idea of marketing, let's go back to that slide, this slide, okay? Value to the customer, value to the customer. I'm talking about marketing. I'm not talking about pricing. I'm not talking about pricing, sir. The question is not talking about pricing. The question is talking about marketing. And for marketing, value to the customer is name. जिसके अंदर price is one of the ideas. Okay. Read the question very carefully again. Which underlying principle of marketing? Underlying principle of marketing, not pricing. Pricing तो आपको दिया यहाँ पे confuse करने के लिए, right? Which underlying principle of marketing is he referring to? That is number one, adding value to the customer, right? By lowering their price or by pricing your product in the best way for the Indian consumer, you are adding value to the Indian consumer. And that is what marketing is all about. Question talks about marketing, not pricing. It talks about marketing. Okay. Read the question very carefully. That is what I'm saying. अब घर आके बोलोगे आंसर तो मैं तो ठीक करके आया 10 के 10, but turns out none of the answers are correct because you did not read the question carefully. Okay, cool. Let us move on to the next thing, which is entering. Oh yeah, 2 strategies. First, we studied about pricing when you're with the objective, right? When we were talking about the entering new markets, we were talking about objective. Objective क्या है? Market share लो. Make certain reasonable profit, right? That is what the entire objective was. 2 ways, 2 strategies that companies which are entering a new market can adopt, right? Number 1, number 2, right? 2 strategies that companies can adopt when they're entering a new market. Very simple. One is called skimming and the other is called penetrate, right? One is called skimming and the other is called penetrate. What is skimming? Skimming, the prices are set at a very high level. In skimming, prices are set at a very high level. Okay. The product is directed to those buyers who are relatively price insensitive, right? For example, Starbucks coffee. They're entering into the market, and when they started their coffee, they're starting by selling at 350 rupees for a coffee, 400 rupees for a coffee, 500 rupees for a cold coffee. 500 rupees ki cold coffee is what Starbucks sells, right? They're entering into a new market, in Indian market, which is a developing nation. 60-70% of the population is still into agriculture. 40-50% of the youth is still earning around 50-60,000 rupees. They are at a medium level of income. Still they're charging luxury prices for their product. Still they're charging luxury prices their product. Why? That is called skimming pricing. क्यों करते हैं ऐसा? Why do they do that? Why do they do that? To create a brand image, to create a pride image, right? To create a brand value for your product, for your service, you can use pricing as a strategy, and that is called skimming pricing policy. Prices are set at a very high level at the very beginning, right? So that customer ki aankhon mein, in the eyes of the customer, you become a very luxury brand, you become a very big, fascinating brand. Now think about it. Think about it. You will see that Starbucks, even if that is for 400, 500 rupees a coffee, it is always full. Customers are always there. And if you go and ask your friends if they have ever been to Starbucks, everyone would have once or twice been to Starbucks, right? Or if not, they would want to try Starbucks once. That image of your try to karna aisa kya hai, right? That image of mystery, that image that I have to try Starbucks boss, itni ke 500 rupees mein kaisi coffee milti hai, I want to try that, right? That is something that it brings, that is something it creates for everyone, right? And that is called skimming pricing policy. And that is called skimming pricing policy. Okay. The second one is called penetrate pricing policy. The second one is called penetrate pricing policy. What does penetrate pricing policy mean? It means the firm keeps a tempting low price for a new product. The firm keeps a tempting low price. Reverse है. Skimming का reverse है penetrate. What it does is it keeps a temptingly low price for a new product, which in itself is a selling point, right? Now, classic example, McDonald's. When McDonald's entered into India, they were selling, still they make profit, right? So when McDonald's entered India, Aloo Tikki was for rupees 20 rupees. Chicken McGrill was for rupees 25 rupees, right? Happy price menu is something that they introduced, wherein Aloo Tikki burger was for 20 rupees, Chicken McGrill was for 25 rupees. They just dropped the prices, temptingly low prices. So a person was eating samosa on the roadside for 7-8 rupees, and McDonald's ka burger in an AC restaurant sitting there with paper napkins, with packaging, with an international brand, they're eating something new for just rupees 20. People would go with their families, 4-5 member family, and their entire bill would be like 300 rupees. And they had like 10-15 burgers, right? That is penetrate pricing strategy. What you do is you do temptingly low prices to acquire the market, right? To acquire the market. Both of these are correct. Both of these are okay strategies. It depends how you want to do that, right? Penetrate pricing policy, extremely low, temptingly low prices to get more market. That is your selling point. किसी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता आलू टिक्की अच्छा है या नहीं है, चिकन मैकग्रिल टेस्टी है या नहीं है, 20 rupees का है. That is your selling price. The customer is thinking that 20 रुपए का, it's just for 20 rupees, let me just go and eat it, right? You want to give party to your friends, आ जाओ सबको मैकडॉनल्ड्स लेके चलते हैं, 500-600 rupees and you're done with 5-7 people, right? Skimming pricing policy is reverse. Wherein you're entering a new market by charging high prices to create a brand value, to create a mystery around your product. Boss, itni kyun value hai? Let me go and try, right? Or if you're holding a Starbucks coffee cup in your hand, you feel proud. Ki dekho, I'm so rich. People value me. People look at me and say, "Boss, iske paas to bahut paisa hai," right? So that brand is creating an image for you. That brand is creating an image for the customer. Both of these are adding customer value. Right? So when we say customer value, it doesn't mean just low prices or value for money, right? Adding value to the customer is not same as value for money, right? Starbucks is also adding value to the customer. Customer is thinking of themselves as the king and the queen of the world. They're drinking coffee for 500 rupees. I feel so cool. I feel so proud about myself that I can afford that coffee, right? It's adding value to the customer, right? Similarly, McDonald's with a 20-30 rupees burger is adding value to the customer. They think, boss, 20-30 rupees, I got so much. I'm so satisfied with their food and service and pricing. I'm so satisfied with Starbucks. I'm so satisfied with McDonald's. I'm satisfied at both the places. Depends on the customer. So adding value to the customer is what marketing does, not creating value for money. not creating value for money, but adding value to the customer. It can be high price, it can be low price. Clear, right? Awesome. It's 8:10. Let us quickly take a break of 10 minutes. I'll also just go and stretch, probably sitting in one place. You also guys go get some yourself something to eat or drink. Stretch yourself. It's 8:08 right now. Let us meet at 8:18 in 10 minutes, right? We have very interesting examples, very interesting questions coming up. So be back in 10 minutes, right? I'll also be back in 10 minutes. Cool. Boys and girls, we are back. I would request all of you to be back as well. I would request all of you to be back as well because we will start in another 1 minute. If you're back, just give me in the chat box that you are back, and so that we can quickly start again. Okay, we have a question also from Chaitanya, I think. Yes. Cool. We are also back. We just wait for another 30 seconds while I have a question. I solve that question meanwhile. So the question is, does aggressive pricing strategy mean selling at a very low price? Mostly yes. Mostly yes, but it also can be anything, right? Aggressive is generally it means at a low price. Generally, aggressive pricing strategy means selling at a low price, but not necessarily. It can be high also, but generally, it is low price. Aggressive pricing strategy generally means that you're selling at a very low price. Okay. Okay, we'll just wait for another 10 seconds for everyone to join in. Right, I don't want any of you to miss that. Meanwhile, I think you guys just went on and stretched yourself. Otherwise, while sitting, it might become difficult, right? Doing some stretching is also important. Awesome. Perfect. Chalo, let us quickly get back into the session. Let us quickly get back where we were. Let's go back into that mode. And let us start with the next thing, which is place, right? 4 P's में we have done product, we have done pricing. Let us quickly understand place क्या होता है. Now, place is nothing but distribution. Okay, it involves activities that make the product available to a target consumer, like choosing the most appropriate marketing channel. Okay, simple है. Distribution policy क्या है? I have explained this. Flipkart पे बेचना है, Amazon पे बेचना है, our own store to all the retailers in the city. Or do I want to sell it on Big Bazaar? I want to sell it on Reliance Fresh. I want to sell it here. I want to sell it there. It really depends what I want for my product, right? It really depends what I want for my product is what kind of a distribution channel, what kind of a distribution strategy I want to have for my product. That is called a place. That is what place defines in a marketing mix, right? Whether I want it to be a direct selling, like Tupperware. You know Tupperware. All these women in India, what they do is, or Amway or Oriflame, what they tell the housewives, all the women who are at home probably, right? They have created a network of all those women and they intersell, right? They sell them and they give them commissions because mouth publicity say they have more access to friends in kitty parties, in mandirs, right? Your mother or your chachi, masi, XYZ or whoever you might have seen people doing that, right? Tupperware ka agency hai, Oriflame, Amway. They're selling these cosmetics. They're selling these household products within their network, within their friend circle, within their family circle. And that is a kind of marketing place strategy. That is how they want to distribute their product. That is how they want their product to reach the customer. The way you want your product to reach the customer, that is called a place in marketing mix. That is called a place in marketing mix, right? For example, आपका distribution channel क्या है? Whether you want to go to Amazon, online करना है. Whether you want to go online mode, you want to go to an offline mode, right? You want to sell it through direct selling, mouth publicity, or you have these days you have affiliate marketing, right? Influencers are doing affiliate marketing or social media marketing. You're paying people who are famous on internet to promote your product. That is how you want to distribute. Do you want to distribute through influencers, through YouTube, through Instagram, or you want to sell it Amazon or Flipkart, right? All this is about place. All this is about place. How do you want to distribute your product and service? How do you want to reach the customer? What is the mode of reaching the customer? As simple as that. Place क्या बोलता है? How will your product or service reach the customer? How will your product or service reach the customer is place. Okay. What is about promotion, right? Promotion तो हमें पता ही है. Promotion तो we know what promotion is. Promotion is basically communicating, persuading, and conditioning the target consumer, right? You remember I just solved a question, right? So I think Sandeep had a question. He asked, "What is target market? Target consumer. यही है target market. You want to communicate, you want to persuade, and you want to condition the buyer, your target customer, to buy your product, right? You want to create a condition, you want to create an environment, you want to persuade the customer, you want to persuade your target customer to, boss, go and buy my product, go and try my product, right? Absolutely. Pooja says Tupperware is Modi ke Oriflame, right? That is what place is. Talking about promotion, communicating, persuading, and conditioning is what your promotion basically talks about, right? The basic idea is कि उनको promote करो, go and communicate that this is what my product is, this is what I do, this is what my brand is. Then you persuade them. खरीद के देखो, try करके देखो, पहले इस्तेमाल करो, फिर विश्वास करो. That's promotion, right? You're persuading them. That brand is persuading you. पहले इस्तेमाल करो, then विश्वास. That's a kind of image they are creating, right? That is promotion. That is promotion. They're conditioning the target consumer to go try my product and use my product. It's one of the best there in the market. That is promotion, right? Okay. 4 major direct promotional methods, right? We're talking about direct promotional methods here, and we'll talk about 4 major ones, right? 4 major ways of directly promoting your goods. 4 major ways. Number 1, personal selling. That is face-to-face interaction. People come to your house. Remember in previous days, people would ring your bell. They would come to your house and tell you, boss, go and try this. This is a sample, try this. Face-to-face interaction, it's a very high cost. Or you go to a market. If you go to some mall or something, you will see there are small stalls which have like nachos or chips with different sauces. Some company has introduced new ketchup, new kind of sauce, right, for your salad or for your chips. What they do is they set up a small stall, and for everyone who's coming, they say, taste karke dekhiye, taste karke. They make you taste that sauce. Personal selling, face-to-face interaction hai wahan pe, right? Advertising is non-personal. Advertising is non-personal. It's highly flexible and dynamic, right? Before I explain this, I have a question. So Pushpendra is asking, persuading means to actually, like, what do I say? To attract them, to force them to buy your product in a good way. Persuade means to force someone to do what you want them to do in a good way, right? So for example, you want to go to, let's say, a water park, right? You want to go to water park and you have 3 more friends. 3 more friends are saying, nahi yaar, movie dekhne chalte hain. And Pushpendra says, ki nahi boss, I want to go to a water park. I don't want to go to a movie. So what you do, you tell them, see, water park mein itna maza aayega. We'll go to this slide. We'll make videos. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll go swimming. We'll try this thing. We'll eat there. You will have a lot of fun. I have coupons, right? We will get discount. We will go there after water park. We will go for a juice or a pizza party, right? You are persuading them. You are forcing them in a good way to go to a water park while they want to go to a movie. That is called persuasion, right? That is called persuasion. And similarly, that is what promotion does. Promotion is persuading the customer to buy that product, right? Classic example, movies. What is promotion? You will see on Instagram every day this Pushpa movie, right? All the songs are there on reels. Everyone is dancing on its songs, right? That is promotion. They are persuading you. Even if you don't want to watch that movie, they have created so much excitement around it that you'll say, boss, dekhte hain, itna kya ho gaya? Like, why is it so hyped? Let me go and watch it. And they know if you watch it, that increases their viewership, right? Movies are only going to be watched once. एक बारी आपने देख ली, उनका काम खत्म, right? They're persuading them through these promotional tactics to go watch that movie, right? And you will go and watch it on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime के लिए you will buy Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime की sale हो गई, right? That is how they're persuading you. That is how they're persuading you. Classic example, Pushpa की song reels that you see. That is persuasion. Coming to advertising, it is non-personal, it is highly flexible and dynamic, right? Non-personal advertising kya hai? Byju's is writing their name on Indian cricket team's jersey, right? Byju's, itna bada bada Byju's likha hua hai, right? It is advertising. It is non-personal. It is not targeting you. It is not coming and saying, "Hey Chaitanya, hey Vandana, hi Sameer, how are you? I am Byju's. Look at me." No, they're just out there. They're just out there, non-personal, highly flexible. It can be there. It can be anywhere. It can be on the stadium. It can be anywhere. That depends on them, right? And it is highly dynamic. Cricket में करना है, कबड्डी में करना है, you want to do in football, you want to do in a political rally, wherever you want to do that, right? It is advertising. It is non-personal, right? Right. Okay. Talking about publicity. Publicity is non-personal and negligible cost. Difference between advertising and publicity is that advertising is a paid form. You do your advertising, but आपकी publicity अपने आप हो जाती है, right? Publicity is non-personal and negligible cost. So, for example, your product came in news, right? For example, publicity क्या होती है? I'll give you an example. Now, what happens is you as a brand, let's say you are a brand, and there is a big rally going on. A lot of brands do that. Honestly, if you read newspaper, no, they're very smart. So what will happen is, I'll give you a classic example, okay? अभी किसी शहर में, in some of the city, there are riots going on. I'm giving you an example. There were riots in a city, and this big brand, they forced, like, people went into that shop, broke their showroom, looted all the product from their shop, right? And that big brand they were everywhere in the news. कि XYZ company के showroom में loot हो गई. During riots, people went in and bought all the products because they were very good products. They are very highly priced products. It's a very luxury brand. So people broke into their showroom and looted all the products. You did not pay for that, right? But there was publicity. People started getting to know about your brand. Acha, so it is everywhere in the news. People have videos on the news channel and you're saying, Acha, XYZ brand ke showroom mein people are going in and looting that, right? Publicity ho gayi. Your brand ki publicity without any cost. Without any cost, your brand gets publicity. That is publicity. And what is advertising? When you spend money to promote or to aware people, that is called advertising. जब free में हो जाती है, a very negligible cost, that is publicity, right? Talking about sales promotion, discounts, offers, contests offering short-term boosts to the sales, right? Sales promotions, go to Amazon, go to Flipkart, you will see discount 60% off. If you buy within 20 minutes, you will get 10% extra off. If you buy with HDFC credit card bank, you will get 10% cash back. You buy with ICICI credit card, you buy with SBI credit card, 5% instant cash back. Sales promotion. They are persuading you. They are forcing you to buy that product within next 10 minutes. ज़्यादा time देना ही नहीं सोचने के लिए. They do not want you to think much. They're saying कि boss आपने decide किया. You went onto the product page. You see if I buy it in 10 minutes, no delivery charge, 10% extra off. Let me quickly buy it. They are persuading you to buy that through sales promotion. That is also one major way of direct promotional method. Direct target कर रहे हैं to the customer to buy that product, to persuade them to buy their product, right? Comes under promotion. Personal selling, advertising, publicity, sales promotion, right? Direct promotional methods, 4 major ones we discussed here, right? Now, we completed the 4 P's of marketing. Which is like price, place, promotion, and product, right? Product, price, place, promotion. 4 P's we studied, right? 4 P's we studied. But there are 3 more P's, right? There are 3 more P's which are added now, which are called extended marketing mix or expanded marketing mix, right? I'm coming to that, Vivek. Expanded marketing mix is what we have. Now, listen to this very carefully, okay? The 4 P's of marketing talked about products and services. The 4 P's of marketing talked about products and service. Product कैसा दिखना चाहिए, service कैसी दिखनी चाहिए, what should be the price, what should be the place, how you should distribute, what should be the promotion strategy. Understood, समझ आ गया. They are not exhaustive. That means they are not the only 4. They are not exhaustive means they are not the only 4. There are more P's as well. When you read that something is not exhaustive, that means ये खत्म नहीं हुई है, अभी और है. Right? Picture abhi baki hai mere dost, that means not exhaustive. Right? If you can understand that way. If someone says picture abhi baki hai, that means they are not exhaustive. Right? Abhi baki hai 3 cheezein. And that are the 3 P's which focus on characteristic of the service. Right? जो 4 P's हैं, idea is majorly based on product. Product की ज्यादा बात करते हैं. Even though service is a part of it, कि service कैसी दिखती है, service का price क्या हो, service का promotion क्या हो. The idea is broad about a physicality of a product or a service, right? Price कैसा हो, दिखने में कैसा हो, promotion कैसे होगा, दिखेगा कैसा, distribution कैसे होगी, physical distribution कैसे होगी, right? It's like a physical attribute of marketing. The 4 P's of marketing we studied are majorly about physical attribute. दिखता कैसे है, बिकता कैसे है, बिकना कैसे है, how will it reach the customer, how does it look, how does it feel, how does it brand, how do people touch and feel, how do people think about that product or service. That is 4 P's. Now there are 3 more P's. It is called expanded marketing mix, which talk about the characteristics of the service side of these marketing things, right? The product physicality side, this talks about more of inherent psychological side. The psychological side, right? The psychological side is an expanded marketing mix, within which we have 3 things. First is people, second is process, and third is physical evidence, right? People, process, and physical evidence. Now, what does this mean? Simple. People includes all humans who influence the buyer's perception, right? Includes all humans who influence the buyer's perception, okay? Classic example दूं आपको. The example is Ratan Tata. Azim Premji, right? Now, Tata products are not the best in the market. Your Tata tea, Tata salt is not the best in the market. There are even better brands. There are even better products. But you have a trust, you have a confidence on Tata ka product, right? And that is what people is about. The people of that brand, the people of that company. You will see a lot of people in Tata and you relate to those people in Tata, right? You would have heard that people who work in Tata do not want to leave Tata, right? Because they are so good. Their culture is so good. Right? Everything is so good. People do not want to leave Tata. Similarly, some anti-thing about Reliance, right? People think Reliance is very aggressive company. Reliance is a very money-minded company. That is what the perspective is. Right? I'm not saying that. That is what the perspective of the market is, right? Generally. So the people of the company or the organization actually affect a lot of things of marketing, right? बहुत affect करते हैं the people of that company on the marketing of that particular brand, right? Tata को ज़्यादा marketing की ज़रूरत ही नहीं. Now, so if Tata has bought Air India, the entire India is so happy. अरे Tata ने Air India खरीद लिया, right? Had it been Reliance bought Air India, people have said, अरे नहीं, ये तो फिर वही, it is consolidating into one hand. It is the game of the rich. Only rich will get all the benefits. Only Reliance is getting all the benefits in India, right? The perspective of marketing. But if Tata got Air India back, that means people are so happy. Chalo, it is going into the right hand. Now Air India is going to flourish. It is a good brand. It will now flourish. Air India may travel karenge, right? So all humans who influence the buyer's perception, that is people. You're not doing promotion. You're not doing distribution. We are not talking about product, how it looks. Air India कैसी service है? We are not talking. Air India की ticket price क्या है? We are not talking. What is the ticket price of Air India? We're not talking about how Air India distributes. Do you get tickets on Make My Trip? Do you get tickets on their website? Do you get tickets through agents? We're not talking about that. We're not talking about anything promotion, ad कैसे हो रही है, nothing. It is just the people associated with that brand that create a perception in buyer's mind. This is what a company does, right? People doesn't include the person who are providing the service. It does, Shashank. It does as well. I'm just giving you an example. Another good example that Shashank is saying, I was about to come to that, but let's complete that with them. So Shashank is saying, what about people, the customer service? That also comes here. That also comes here. So let's suppose you call an Airtel person on phone and they're very respectful to you. They're like, good morning, sir. How do I help you? Sir, I will help you with all the things. If something is problem, we'll help you in 1 hour. So please wait, please hold. I'll call back. Sir, how's your health? How are you? They're being very supportive. They're being very careful with their customer, right? That is all humans influence the buyer's perception, right? That is what the people segment of expanded marketing makes me when I talk about people. That is what I talk about. People who build a buyer's perception, process, actual procedures, mechanisms, and flow of activities, right? From a marketing perspective, if your brand, if people have trust, if the customer or the consumer, think from a consumer perspective, okay? Think from a consumer perspective, that actual procedure, the mechanism, the flow of activities of your organization, people relate to that, right? I'll give you a classic example again, okay? Now think about Patanjali. Patanjali ke all our parents are so crazy about Patanjali. Why? Why are they so crazy about Patanjali? Are they fans of Baba Ramdev? No, right? Are they fans of being so Indian? No, they wear everything Western. They do everything Western as well. But Patanjali aate hi, their brain starts saying, nahi yaar, Patanjali khareedte hain. Right? It is the Desi brand. It is the Indian brand. It has some organic thing. Gaon se juda hua hai. It is very local brand. We should buy Patanjali, right? But this is a perspective of the buyer. The actual procedure, it is organic. It is coming from the farms. It is fresh. It is more Desi than the Western. Western चीजों में तो chemical होता है. Let us go and buy Patanjali. ये तो थोड़ा original होगा. They're not proving anything, right? They're not like. Nothing is proving that particular thing, but the perception of the market, but the perspective, the thought process of the market is such that, and that is what process is all about, right? So it is beyond physical characteristic. It is beyond how Patanjali does packing. It is beyond how Patanjali prices his product. It is the psychological characteristic. It is the psychological characteristic of a particular brand, a product, or a service, right? That is a process. Thinking about physical evidence, right? Physical evidence is, when we talk about physical evidence, it means environment and ambience, right? How does that product look? How does that particular service look? This physical evidence is very much like, it is more inclined towards service, right? It is more inclined towards service, okay? It is more inclined towards service. I'll give you a classic example of a hospital, okay? Now, this physical evidence, the environment, the ambience that I'm talking about, this has major impact on service, less on the product. Less impact on the product, but more impact on the services, right? The physical evidence is ambience and environment, talking about hospitals, right? If I tell you two images, think of a government hospital, think of a private super specialty hospital, right? You have two images in your head. You're not thinking about the best doctors. You're not thinking about the kind of ilaj or the kind of treatment you get there. You're thinking about the ambience of the place. Right? And that is what marketing does. It is also part of marketing. Ambience, environment means the look and feel. The look and feel of the service place. The place where that service is given, the look and feel. How does it look? How does it feel? That is the ambience. Aapka sarkari hospital versus a private hospital, the look and feel, the environment is different. How it looks, how it operates, how clean it is, how well managed and maintained it is versus a government hospital right now is entirely different. If I tell you, look at a government school, look at a private school, why is there a difference? Because the ambience, they have marketing. That is also part of marketing. right? If government starts spending on developing ambience and good environment within the services, they will beat private easily, right? It is about the customer. Customer को लगता है यार private जाते हैं, I will get better facilities. Let me go to private hospital, let me go to private school, I will get better facilities. Customer perspective है, customer perspective है. Ambience, I'm giving you example, Pooja, right? Hospital, government hospital, how does it look and feel? आपका government hospital has broken walls, has doors, there are no proper marking, it is not clean, right? While you go to a Max or you go to a Fortis, you go to an Apollo or any private hospital, it's spick and span, it's well managed, clean, always well constructed, good facilities, all the machines are there, you can get all the tests done, right? That is ambience, that is look and feel. If you go to a dhaba, hospital chhod do, think about a dhaba on the roadside versus a cafe in your city, right? If you go to a high-end cafe where pizza is for 700, 800 rupees versus you go to a dhaba where you get tandoori paratha for rupees 50, the ambience is different, right? Your dhaba looks and feels different. Your cafe looks and feels different, right? If you are taking your friends, right? If you're taking your friends or you're going on a date or something, right? You're going on a date. You would want to go to a cafe. You wouldn't want to go to a dhaba, right? If you're going with your friends, you would want to go to a dhaba or cafe, whatever. Both works. But आप date पे जा रहे हो, तो आप ढाबा नहीं जाओगे, आप cafe जाओगे, right? Because the ambience, the environment is different, right? That is what an ambience or environment is. And that is a very good aspect. That is a very important aspect that an organization, a brand, a service needs to focus on, right? That is a very important aspect that a brand or a company needs to focus on कि हमें अपना ambience बनाना कैसे है. What is the kind of ambience or environment I want to give to my customers? उसी के basis पे I can charge पैसा. उसी के basis पे I can charge prices. So physical evidence is very important for a service industry, right? How does my place look like? How does my office look like? Think of a chartered accountant. Think of a lawyer, right? Absolutely, Char. I'm just giving an example. Government hospitals are improving at a great speed. They might surpass private hospitals very soon. I'm very confident. I'm just giving an example of the current scenario. Let us take another example. आप एक lawyer का office, think about a lawyer's office, think about a chartered accountant's office, practicing chartered accountant's office. If the office is in, let's say, the 21st floor, spick and span, all the glass doors, glass cabins, very, very costly carpets are there, well perfumed place, flowers are there, people are working on different desks, everyone has an Apple laptop on their desk, right? You will think, boss, kya office hai? You will think that this is the kind of practice I want to do, right? Versus if you go to an office which is broken, the ceiling is coming down, the fans are broken, the AC is not working, chairs are broken, tables are broken. You will start thinking otherwise, right? You will start thinking कि नहीं यार, यहाँ तो quality of service उतना अच्छा नहीं होगा, right? So the ambience, the environment of the place decides the customer's perspective, and that is why a brand or a service should be conscious about it, right? And that comes into expanded marketing mix. Product में तो हमने देखा how to brand, how to package a product, ठीक है, समझ आ गया. The physical evidence is more for a service. Service वाली जगह कैसी दिखती है, right? That is what physical evidence is all about. Okay. Before I move on to this very simple table, बहुत simple table. It's super duper simple. Any questions so far? Before I move on to this table, this graph, not a table, but a graph. Any questions? Okay, so Charlie has a question. It is because we get confused if MCQ will come like people influence the buyer's perception. Who delivers the product, customer care, executive, both. Ideally, these kind of options wouldn't come, Charlie. The questions will be very well developed, right? If 2-3 options, you're confused between 2-3 options, and if all the answers are right, very few chances that such questions will come. But अगर ऐसा आता है, then probably select any of the two. Any of the two, the committee, the institute will give marks for both if there is problem in the question. Otherwise, that will not happen, right? Okay. So I have answered that. I've answered. Awesome. Chalo. Crystal clear. Padhya. Let us move on to the next thing on the screen. Very simple. Marketing ke three components, right? Prerequisite of a strong marketing strategy. You have to plan, you have to implement, you have to control, right? When you're doing marketing, you have to plan. How do I market my product? Market means all the 7 P's: price, place, promotion, product, people, process, physical evidence, right? All the 7 P's, you will do planning. You will implement those on the basis of what you planned, and then you will control कि जो I have planned, whether I'm able to achieve that, whether I'm able to fulfill my desire of marketing, my reason for marketing, I'm able to achieve that or not. Okay. Planning means develop a plan and developing marketing plans, right? Implementation means carrying out those plans, and control means measure results, right? Am I able to reach the customers? Am I able to reach, I'm able to achieve distribution through place? Is my price correct? Are people buying at that price? Is my advertising targeting the right customer? Is my customer happy with the kind of advertising? Is the customer happy with the kind of people I have, or people who deliver the product, or people of customer service? Are people happy with the kind of ambience I'm giving for my service, the kind of price I'm charging, the place where they're getting that product, online, are they happy with that? Are the customers happy with the kind of marketing strategy I have? Measure results, evaluate results. If they're not favorable, if you're not achieving your goals or targets of marketing, take corrective actions. Change your strategy and create a new strategy or adjust your strategy. Simple, right? You plan, you implement, and you control. Within control, you measure results, you evaluate results, and you take corrective actions if needed. Cool. Super simple. Plan karo, implement karo, control karo, right? Okay. Cool. Let us quickly, जो पिछला हमने देखा है, that is the same thing, right? That table is this. कुछ घबराने की बात है. There is nothing to worry about this slide. What are the steps I will have to do? This table is that slide. I've just converted this table or this graph into a slide, right? Nothing else. What you do a SWOT analysis while planning, right? While planning your strategy, you do a SWOT analysis. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the opportunities? What are the threats? You plan your marketing strategy. Step 2, decide on each of the 7 P's, right? You decide on each of the 7 P's कि मुझे करना कैसे है, right? Price क्या होगा? What is the product? How will I design that? How will the product be distributed? What is the physical evidence? What are the kind of people who are delivering? What is my promotion strategy? How do I advertise my product? You do all that in step 2. In step 3, you implement it. In step 3, you implement your strategy. Step 4, you monitor and measure, right? And take corrective actions if needed. You check what I'm achieving is whether something that I wanted to achieve, am I meeting my targets or not? And you take corrective actions. Super duper simple, right? Usi graph ko I've converted into a slide. SWOT analysis karo, then find out the strategy you want to go for each of the 7 P's in marketing mix and expanded marketing mix. You implement that and you monitor, measure that, and keep changing as and when needed. Super simple 4 steps. Okay, cool. This is next one is a very interesting slide. Okay, the next slide is a very interesting slide. We are going to talk about some strategic marketing techniques. Okay, what are these called? अभी तक हम marketing की बात करें. Now we're talking about strategic marketing. Strategic marketing, and there are certain techniques, right? If you want to take a screenshot, take a screenshot. Otherwise, you will have this, right? Or I'll anyway upload this PPT. तो आपके पास ये आ जाएगा, right? This is just for understanding purpose. The strategic marketing techniques, right? There are different. This is just small list. एक छोटी सी list है. There are more like, there are so many other techniques, there are so many other marketing ways, right? But these are some of them, which is there also in the study material, right? Social marketing. Social marketing. We're talking about strategic marketing techniques. What are the some of the marketing techniques around which brands use it, brands use to create an environment, brands use to market their product, right? These are called strategic marketing techniques. टेक्निक इज वे ऑफ डूइंग समथिंग, राइट? मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी बहुत ब्रॉड है, उसके अंदर टेक्निक्स आती है. मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी बहुत ब्रॉड है, उसके अंदर भी है स्मॉल स्मॉल टेक्निक्स, राइट? सोशल मार्केटिंग, एनवायरमेंट कैंपेन्स. नाउ लेट अस से सम ब्रांड सेज कि फॉर लाइक मामा अर्थ सेज फॉर एवरी प्रोडक्ट यू बाय वी विल प्लांट वन ट्री, राइट? फॉर एवरी प्रोडक्ट यू बाय फॉर लेट्स से फॉर अबव 1000 rupees we will plant one tree. That is called social marketing. Environmental campaigns कर रहे हैं वो लोग, जैसे कि आप खरीदो, आपकी जगह हम पेड़ लगा देंगे, so that the customer starts thinking कि boss if I buy I am doing something good for the environment, right? Social marketing. Augmented marketing, right? Online computer repair service. Augmented means doing something online, right? Providing services, not product but service. If some service is provided online, it is called augmented marketing, right? Remember these words. You will have to remember this. Vocabulary to badhani hai, right? Direct selling. Direct selling is digital marketing like emails. You get email making you buy this, you buy that. Or direct selling में people come and tell you, or people when I start telling the example of malls में, people make you try that chip or sauce, right? That is called direct marketing. Or you getting an email, buy today and you will get 50% off. You click on that link. That is direct marketing. Relationship marketing, right? Relationship marketing is like आप जाते हो बिग बाजार में और रिलायंस ट्रेंड्स में, you go to Pantaloons, you go to a More store or any of the stores, they give you points, right? You buy a product and you get points in that card. You go to Flipkart, you get Flipkart coins, right? You go to Amazon, you get Amazon points, right? All these points wala system, so that people keep coming to you. People keep coming to you, build a relationship with the customer. That if you buy something, you buy a thing for 1000 rupees, you get 100 points. Next time you buy for 1000 rupees, you get another 100 points. And when you buy the third time, you can redeem that 200 points and you will get 200 rupees off, right? That is relationship marketing. That is relationship marketing. Like Shanti Amla Hair Oil says, 2% will go to education of children. Absolutely, Charlie. That is social marketing. That is social marketing. Services marketing, right? Free medical consultation, right? Some doctors or some hospital or nursing home will say कि on a Sunday in a park you will see 2-4 doctors बैठे हैं and they will be giving free medical consultation कि your weight is, आपकी sugar test करेंगे, they will test your blood pressure, they will test your health basic metrics. They're giving it for free. This is called service marketing. थोड़ी सी service देके you make people aware of yourself or your hospital or you as a doctor or as a lawyer or as a chartered accountant. You say, I will give free consultation for filing your ITR, but I will take money for filing your ITR, right? So service marketing. Then we have person marketing, right? Promoting oneself by celebrities, right? It is called person marketing. Ranveer Singh does a lot of person marketing, right? What they do is they take up some celebrity. They take up some celebrity to promote their product. Ranveer Singh, Akshay Kumar comes in everything. He sells insurance, he sells Harpic, he sells toilet cleaner, he sells atta, he sells everything on earth. Akshay Kumar sells everything on earth. That is person marketing, right? Organization marketing, right? Organization marketing means you create an attitude, you create an environment in the minds of the customer. Like that it's full of entertainment, aggressive, very active industry, very active brand, right? Then place marketing. It's called tourism marketing, right? Tourism marketing, Incredible India. Incredible India is a place marketing. So Government of India Tourism is saying that we have to promote people to come to India. We have to promote tourism. It is called place marketing, Incredible India, right? कुछ दिन तो गुजारो गुजरात में, और महाराष्ट्र tourism, मध्य प्रदेश tourism has that, Ladakh tourism has that, Chhattisgarh has that, Jharkhand has that, Kerala has that, right? God's own country, Kerala does that. All of this is place marketing. Enlightened marketing, right? Enlightened marketing is brand power ads for best cause, right? Again, you're enlightening the customers about something they're not aware of, right? When a brand is enlightening people about something they're not aware of, for example, now the Patanjali ghee only, I'll tell you, Patanjali ghee is a classic example of enlightened marketing. What they're saying is, Baki sare, all the other ghee brands are fake. Our ghee is the best. Okay. This is enlightened marketing. They tell that Amul ghee, or they're not taking names, but they're saying all the other ghee are pasteurized. There are chemicals in their ghee. I am, as a brand, enlightening you, the customer, that I am giving you the pure form of ghee. Right? I am the purest form of ghee. All other brands have fake products. They do not have, they have chemicals. If not fake, they're not that much healthy. I am enlightening you that I am giving you desi ghee. That is enlightened marketing. You're showing that you're enlightening the customer. आप कस्टमर को ज्ञान दे रहे हो, राइट? आप कस्टमर को एक ज्ञान दे रहे हो कि देखो बाकी सब गलत है, हम सही हैं, राइट? दैट इज एनलाइटेंड मार्केटिंग. Differential marketing, right? Differential marketing is like HUL does Lifebuoy and your peers, right? Lifebuoy is a daily use product and peers is a premium. It is a 60-70 rupees ka sabun. Lifebuoy is for 15-20 rupees, right? So differential marketing. In the same segment, you create two products. एक 20 rupees पे बेचते हो, एक 70 rupees पे बेचते हो, right? Why? Because you have created difference in quality. See, Lifebuoy is basic use and your peers is a premium use. So that is why you create an image of differential marketing, right? Then we have synchro marketing. Synchro marketing is a classic thing you should remember. A lot of questions come around synchro marketing, okay? Synchro marketing को याद रखना, a lot of questions come around synchro marketing. Questions can come around any of these, but synchro marketing का classic होता है, हमेशा आते ही आता है, okay? So synchro marketing is differential pricing for movie tickets or for anything. What does synchro marketing mean? Simple example. You go and book, if you have ever booked a movie ticket, okay? When you go and book a movie ticket, if the show is before 10 a.m., सुबह 10 बजे से पहले का show, the shows before 10 a.m. are 50% the price. Therefore, 100 rupees, 150 rupees. Prices of shows which are 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the night, they are 400, 500 rupees. Same movie, same hall, same place, same services, everything is ditto same. But at a different time of the day, different time of the week, Saturday, Sunday prices are high. Monday, Tuesday prices are low. Friday, it is the highest. Saturday high, Sunday high. Monday, Tuesday, the movie prices are low. It is called synchro marketing. You synchronize your marketing, your pricing based on season or availability or how much customers come, right? Sunday को तो सब मूवी देखने जाएंगे, चलो प्राइस बढ़ा दो, ज्यादा पैसा कमाएंगे, right? We'll earn more people will come on Saturday, Sunday, Friday. That is increased price. Monday, Tuesday सबका office है, people have school, people have colleges. They will not come. Let us reduce prices. 10 बजे से पहले तो कोई नहीं आएगा ज्यादातर. Let us reduce prices so that even during that time people come and watch movie. That is called synchro marketing. Concentrated marketing, right? Concentrated marketing is same like focused market. जो focused market में we studied focused strategy. What we studied in focused strategy, that is the same thing what comes in concentrated marketing. Niche marketing for luxury goods, right? Rolex की ad सिर्फ आपकी टेनिस में हो रही है, right? When there are grand slams, when Australia Open हुआ अभी, right? Nadal win, right? He won your Australian Open. What happened? The concentrated marketing is Rolex सिर्फ वहाँ ad करता है. Rolex की ad और कहीं नहीं आती. ऐसा Rolex is not doing ads during IPL because Rolex knows कि बॉस IPL में जो लोग IPL देखते हैं, they are not going to buy Rolex. But majority of people who watch tennis, right? That is their market. They are more affluent people. They are more people who want to show off. That is where they are in tennis, right? They're watching tennis. That is niche market. They have to understand the market. Nothing wrong or right about that. It's just about understanding the marketing, your target customer, right? Demarketing के भी बहुत questions आएंगे. You have to learn this also very carefully. Demarketing means telling people not to buy your product or service. Telling people not to buy your product or service is called demarketing. You tell customers ki boss, hamara product mat kharido. I don't want to sell any of my product. Why does that happen? So as to control the breed, so as to control the crowd. This is what demarketing is done, right? So basically, weekends at amusement park. What happens is during weekends, what they do, amusement parks क्या करते हैं? Amusement parks में what happens is if you go to an amusement park, let's say Fun and Food Village or Splash or anyone, or your Wonderla or let's say your SL World, right? You go to any of these amusement parks, weekend where the prices are three times. The prices are three times. Normal day 700-800 rupees. On weekend it is 2500 rupees. Why is that so? They want lesser people on weekend because let us suppose if 10,000 people can be in an amusement park at a given point in time, weekend पे 50,000 people come. They cannot manage. They cannot. लोगों को चांस ही नहीं मिलेगा झूला झूलने का. People will not get a chance to be on the rides. People have to wait for 3 hours in queue, and that will deteriorate the quality of service. That will reduce the quality of service for the amusement park. And that is why they do demarketing. They start pricing more so that कम लोग आए. जिनको आना है सिर्फ वहीं आए. Only few people can come to that market. Pricing is one technique. There can be other techniques as well. That they start giving more offers on Monday, Tuesday. जैसे कि आप मंडे आओगे तो आप you will get 2 rides extra. Or if you come on Monday, you can come on Friday again. I give you a pass of Monday, Friday, so that people only come on Monday and Friday. Saturday, Sunday, nah, right? So if you buy a pass on Monday and you just give me 200 rupees extra, I will give you a free pass of Friday as well. So they have divided their crowd into Monday and Friday so that Saturday, Sunday, less people come, right? That is called demarketing. Okay? Cool. A question on the screen. अभी पढ़ा है, right? We just studied this with all the examples. And I hope the concepts are clear, the examples are clear. Let us see if it is by solving this question, okay? I am telling you again, read the question very, very carefully. Read the question very, very carefully. Answers, everybody. Synchro marketing. What about others? Differential marketing. Okay. What about others? I want each one of you to answer, please. We're just left with 20 minutes. 20 minutes all padna hai, uske baad chutti. Synchro. Right. Sure, Ishika, I can explain that again. Augmented marketing. Alright, meanwhile people are answering, I'll just quickly tell you what is augmented marketing. See, augmented marketing is simple. Augmented marketing ka matlab hai, for example, you're getting some services online. Okay, let me tell you, say augmented marketing is, for example, you have heard about these Pristine Care or Practo, right? Your doctors are consulting you over phone. Doctors are consulting you over your cell phone or an app. That is augmented marketing, right? Or see what is happening in your body. But they're doing it through online mode, right? And that brings more comfort for the customer. Even though you will have to go to the hospital if something serious happens, but basic चीज तो बता देते हैं, right? Your basics are बुखार है मुझे, I am feeling irritation, I have irritation on my back, or my neck is paining, my eyes are paining, my ears are paining, my nose is paining, whatever, right? They're able to provide that service online. That is augmented marketing. Something that can be done, that is ideally done physical, but you do it online, that is called augmented, right? Absolutely, I'm reading comments. But have you asked a question? I have answered all the comments, right? Thanks, Reno. Everything is clear to you is what you have written, right? Awesome, I see that. Good explanation. Thank you so much. That helps me. Okay, so the correct answer for this one is synchro marketing, right? Synchro marketing, जो अभी season के हिसाब से that we studied is called synchro. Every one of you is correct. I don't even have to explain this, right? Organized marketing, kind of yes, Kushi, yes. That can come under this. But ideally now what happens is, I'll tell you, it is more about customer service or small services, not the entire service, okay? Augmented marketing ideally is not the entire service, but जो customer service है. For example, आपका class physical होता है. Your classes are physical, but your doubt sessions are online, right? Or over telephone. That is more like augmented marketing. That the class teacher or that tuition center or that institute, for example, an institute is giving you online facility, is providing online customer service. That is more like augmented marketing. Because marketing में customer service will come under marketing, right? So online customer service is more like augmented marketing, not the entire service, ideally. Okay. Cool. Organization marketing is what people want to understand. आ जाते हैं फिर से. Organization marketing. Branding your organization around your product is called organization marketing. एक और example दे देते हैं आपको, right? When I talk about, let's take example of Maggie. Okay. Organization marketing. Maggie is also organization marketing. It says 2 minutes Maggie, right? It is creating an image in the eyes of in the head of the customer. Ki boss, it is so instant. It is available everywhere. आपको कभी भी भूख लगी, you just open a packet of Maggie, make Maggie and eat it, right? It is going to solve your hunger problem, the instant hunger problem. That is called organization marketing, right? They are creating an attitude. They are forcing you to create an attitude. आपको जैसी भूख लगेगी, आप मैगी ढूंढोगे, you'll make Maggie and eat it. That is organization marketing, right? They're creating an attitude. They're creating a behavior around their product. When they're creating a behavior around their product, it is called organization marketing. They're creating an attitude, a behavior of the customer set करते हैं. Instant noodle है. You feel hungry at night, let's say 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, and you feel hungry. You go and you make Maggie and eat it, right? Organization marketing. आपके दिमाग में सीधा मैगी आएगी. You will not think कि जाके fruits खा लेते हैं, right? You will never eat fruits at 1 a.m. in the night, but you will eat Maggie, right? That is organization marketing. Creating a behavior of the customer is organization marketing. Jameel, your exams are physical, results are online. नहीं, customer service थोड़ी ना result. This is very smart. आपका result online आया, so this is customer service. Result कब से customer service होगी sir? If results are your customer service, तो आप तो result को बार बार फोन करोगे, यार ये गलत है, result ठीक करो. Results are not customer service, sir. Okay, a Blinkit is organization marketing. Classic example, very good example. Your Blinkit, right? 10 minutes delivery. Your Zepto, new company. This Zepto is coming 10 minutes. Ola Dash. Abhi Ola Dash bhi aa gayi hai. Ola Dash is saying 10 minutes grocery delivery, right? All this is organization marketing. Great example. This is organization marketing. Blinkit, Ola Dash, 10 minutes Zepto, right? Awesome, great example. Yeah. Okay. नहीं, there is no network issue. I'm pretty sure. बाकी सबको तो ठीक है. What is niche market? Sakti, niche is very close. We have discussed this. If you were there in your differentiation wala session, no. So niche market is very close knit. The area where you have your expertise, right? Your niche, the area where you are expert. Providing demo online is augmented marketing. Awesome, yes. Demo dena, you're providing an online demo, right? So that's a great example. If I can think of that, Shashank, that is a great one. So demo online is service, is not service. That is more like your augmented, right? That is service marketing, right? Aapka service augmented marketing here. So you buy a washing machine, and this guy sitting in the showroom calls you on video call and says, I will tell you how to use the washing machine. Augmented marketing. Right? Ghar baithe, you can see how to run a washing machine. He'll teach you on a video call कि ये button दबाइए, इससे ये होगा, इससे वो होगा. That is augmented marketing. Awesome. With that, we complete our marketing strategy, boss. We complete our marketing strategy. I think everything is clear in marketing strategy, right? Your voice is breaking. How is that possible? In 9 o'clock, everyone's office opens, right? हो सकता है internet. Marketing strategy. We're done with marketing strategy. Let us now go on to financial strategy. We are studying functional strategy, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. हम लोग क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं functional strategy. Functional strategy में we have done marketing strategy. We have completed marketing strategy, and now we will go to financial strategy. Now we'll go and understand financial strategy, which is part of functional strategy, Now we will study financial strategy. Okay, cool. Simple. It has nothing to do with bookkeeping. It is not accounts. Financial strategy, video is buffering. Why is that so? Give me 1 second. I'll check. Not possible, but I'll check. It's strange that it's buffering. This should not happen. Their internet to ekdam, I can see 100% internet. No problem. Let me check quickly. अभी तो ठीक आ रहा है एकदम. I can watch myself clear यार. See, I'm also watching myself online to see if the problem is there. But the video is right. It's okay, right? I know, and I just saw it's okay. So let us understand financial strategy. Financial strategy has nothing to do with accounting. It is not accounting, right? It is not accounting. However, it is forward-looking activity based on historical data. It stresses on acquisition of funds and their proper utilization. This is the key word for financial strategy. Financial strategy, the key sentence, the key statement about financial strategy is this, okay? It talks about acquisition of funds. It talks about acquisition of funds and their proper utilization. It talks about acquisition of funds and their proper utilization. What does that mean? Right? पैसा आएगा कहाँ से and कहाँ use होगा? Where will the money come from and where do I have to use my money in the most effective manner? Right? How much do I have to spend on marketing? How much do I have to spend on research? How much do I have to spend on production? How much do I have to spend on legal activities? Proper utilization क्या है पैसे का? That is what we decide, right? Perfect. कभी-कभी buffer होता है चारू. I agree. But that is the fun, right? Buffer नहीं होगा, then you will be boss. हम तो South Korea आ गए. You have to have some problems. Then you understand how developing country में है. That is why we are going into a better phase, right? सब कुछ comfortable हो जाएगा तो दिक्कत हो जाएगी. आदत नहीं है हम लोग को, right? Stresses on acquisition of funds and their proper utilization. That means you acquire and how you use that, right? Similarly, that is what India is doing. That is what budget is. आज budget जो आ रहा है, that is India's financial strategy for the year. Indian government, think of Indian government as a business. Think of Indian government as an organization, not a business, but an organization. Company है एक. इतनी बड़ी company है which is managing the entire country. Okay, budget is उनका financial strategy. Simple. That is financial strategy. पैसा कहाँ से आएगा, पैसा कहाँ खर्च करना है, right? Where will the money come from and how much do I have to allocate and spend at what thing? Capital expenditure करना है. Do I have to spend on R&D? Do I have to spend on upskilling? Do I have to spend on talent acquisition? Where do I have to spend my money? Where do I have to spend my money is my financial strategy. Okay. Focus on maintaining overall financial health of the organization. That means your focus should be on maintaining overall financial health. Your company should always be profitable. Loss में ना चली जाए. Your company shouldn't go in loss. पैसा आता है. There should be positive cash flow. There should be profits that the company should be making. Should be your financial strategy का target. The financial strategy का target is company keeps making profits and there is always positive cash flow, right? Financial strategy. Absolutely, Pooja, right? Procurement of funds through equity and debenture and invest on asset, etc. Absolutely right, Sandeep. That is financial strategy. Equity लेना है, debt से पैसा लेना है. Do I have to dilute my equity? Where will I invest? Invest in assets or invest in people or reinvest in my business? How do I want to spend that money? Financial strategy. Okay. Four major components. Simple है, बहुत simple है. Financial strategy में you have four major components. Okay, you have four major components. First one is strategizing acquiring capital. First, you have to understand पैसा कहाँ से आएगा to spend. Your sources of funds, right? Whether you'll take a loan or you'll go into share market, go for an IPO, or you go for into share market and dilute your equity. Foreign institution investor से पैसा लोगे, government से पैसा लोगे, you will get a grant, you will get a loan from the government or loan from a private bank. Will you take a loan from some investor, from equity investor or private equity or venture capital or angel investor? अब startup है, think from a startup now, right? कैसे करेंगे? How will you acquire capital? How will you acquire capital is number one thing that you have to understand in financial strategy. Number two is comparing projected financial statements with prior year and industry average to gain insights into feasibility of various strategies and implementation approaches. बहुत सिंपल है. क्या करना है आपको? आपको देखना है लास्ट ईयर, in the previous year, I made 5% profit, right? I made 5% profit. I spent 15% on marketing. I spent 20% on capital expenditure. Previous year में मैंने ये सब किया, right? This is my previous year, let's say. This is my previous year. But in current year, I want to make 7% profit instead of 5. 15 की जगह I just want to spend 10. आएगा कैसे? Second, just sit down and analyze कि last year मैंने क्या किया था and this year what I want to do. What are my plans? What are my projected budgets? What are my budget? What is my analysis? Right? This is what you do. You know something called FP&A, that is financial planning and analysis. The kind of role you do when you become a chartered accountant. FP&A, this is FP&A, right? Financial planning and analysis. You plan and you analyze and then you take financial decisions कि पैसा कहाँ पे डाला जाए, कैसे डाला जाए, right? Okay. The third one is utilizing or management of funds and making investments or asset mix decisions to reduce conflict of interest. What does this mean? After you acquire, after you analyze your plan and budget बना लिया, you done how you acquire money, you understand. Then you did a budgeting where I want to spend. Then you strategize how to utilize that. कैसे करें in the best possible way. I want to open a factory. I have to open a factory in an area where I get cheap land, cheap labor, good facility, good electricity, good road transport, right? सिर्फ land cheap का क्या करूँगा? I have to strategize. So you have to strategize the utilization and management of funds. That is also financial strategy. That is number 3 component of financial strategy. Number 4 is अभी फाइनेंशियल स्ट्रैटेजी में यू आर नॉट क्रिएटिंग वैल्यू फॉर द कस्टमर. वो मार्केटिंग देख लेगी. मार्केटिंग इज डूइंग दैट जॉब. दैट इज क्रिएटिंग वैल्यू फॉर द कस्टमर. Financial strategy is about creating value for your business. Finance, as chartered accountants, as financial professionals, right? Your idea, your target is to create wealth for the business, for the shareholders, for the owners, for the company as a whole, right? And that is called creating value for the business. There are 3 methods of valuation, right? What we call as worth of business. Company की value कितनी है? Now, when you're looking at people who are coming in Shark Tank, right? If you're watching Shark Tank, people come and say, we want 5% equity for 1 crore rupees. That means 20 crores की company है. They're valuing their business at 20 crores. Or they say, I want to give 50 lakhs for 1%. So they're valuing their company at 50 crores. Worth of business. They're saying, Mera dhanda, my business is worth 50 crores. What are the different ways of analyzing that? Evaluating the worth of business. There are 3 basic methods. 3 basic methods of evaluating कि आपकी value of business कितनी है, right? And as a financial strategy, you have to keep increasing the value of business. But how do you evaluate कि आपकी value कितनी है? Number one way is net worth or stockholders equity. You go to your balance sheet, right? You go to balance sheet and you see what is your net worth. That is your total assets minus your external liabilities, right? That is your net worth or stockholders equity, right? Your total assets minus your external liabilities. That is called your net worth. That is one way of evaluating आपकी business की value कितनी. That is one way of evaluating the value of your business. Second way is valuation of the firm. So let's say I make 2 crore rupees. I make 2 crore rupees and I say in the next 5 years, I will be 5 times. So today my value is 2 into 5. I'll say my company ki value is 10 crores because I am capable of making it into 10 crores, right? Where did you get this 5x? This is general market trend, right? Market mein you will see, let's say for pharma industry, it is 3x. For automotive industry, it is 10x. For a gaming industry, it is 100x, right? How to value that? That is what I'm answering. 5x, 2x, 3x. So let's say gaming industry. If you are a company which is into gaming industry and your profits are, let's say, 1 crore, right? Now the market is so hot. The market is so overvalued right now. People are going for gaming. Microsoft has bought a company for $70 billion, right? The Call of Duty wali game, right? So what they're doing is they're valuing the company so much. So you understand that market mein bahut value hai. If I'm a gaming company, I make 1 crores, right? PE ratio method or outstanding share method into share price. Right? Simple है. या तो आप अपनी बैलेंस शीट में नेटवर्थ देख लो और योर टोटल एसेट्स माइनस योर एक्सटर्नल लायबिलिटीज बिकम्स योर नेटवर्थ योर शेयर होल्डर्स इक्विटी valuation of the firm, so your annual profits into a multiple based on market research. Or what you do is simple, you find a company which is same like you find a company of the same size, of the same operations, of the same level of profits. So let's say your company makes 1 crore per annum profit. There is another company in the same industry, in the same field that is making 2 crore rupees. Okay, that company is making 2 crore rupees. Your company is making 1 crore rupees. You identify the market. You get to know from the market research that that company की value is 100 crores. Now you understand that 2 crore का profit is that company making and their value in the market is 200 or 100 crores. How much is my value? 50 crores. Simple. वो 2 crore बनाता है. I make 1 crore. It is for 100 crores. I will be for 50 crores. Simple. Right? So market में research करके find a similar company and then look कि कितना हो जाएगा. Like if they are for 100 crores, they make 2 crores. I make 1 crore. I'm for 50 crores. Simple valuation. ऐसे भी valuation हो जाती है, right? So there are different ways. These are just basic 3 approaches, very basic approaches, right? You will understand more at final level, or if you're interested, go on internet. Abundance of knowledge, right? And that is how, or probably you can either go to LinkedIn and places. People keep writing about this, right? Good social media for education as well. So this is how you evaluate the worth of a business, and a financial strategy is to increase this value of the business, right? Make more profits so that it becomes more multiple. Your net worth increases or your market share increases, so you become the leader, and people look at you and value themselves. People start saying, "Ki boss, iski company ki value dekho, and we will value ourselves." Instead of you looking at someone else, people start looking at you, right? That is what a financial strategy works towards. Okay, cool. It's 9:31 already, and we have done 2 major strategies. बहुत अच्छा हो गया. I think major part we have covered. We will have small. Logistics is थोड़ा सा बड़ा strategy, right? But बाकी human resource, research and production are very small strategies. We will take that up in the next session. No worries. With classic questions also coming up, I'll ask some tough questions as well. We'll start with production strategy in the next session. And last 1 or 2 minutes, we'll spend on questions or doubts or clarifications, if any, that you guys have, right? For others to whom everything is clear, I would just say thank you so much for joining and being so interactive. It really helps me. I thoroughly enjoy talking to you guys. I hope the same for you, that you guys enjoy being in these sessions, right? And for everyone else who has a doubt or a question, please drop in your questions and doubts for the next 1 or 2 minutes. Let's solve that. And then we'll meet you in the next session, starting production strategy, right? Questions and doubts, please, for the next 1 or 2 minutes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jamil, Vandana, Chaitanya, Ananya, Sushil. Great. Okay, Sanchita's question. What is price earning ratio method and outstanding share method? Sanchit, I've just given examples there. You will study in accounts specifically. Okay, accounts, you will study this specifically. Or if you're interested, you go on internet and study about it. Super simple methods, बहुत simple methods, right? It will take around 30 minutes for you to explain. It's one of my favorite topics. But if you're interested, go on internet. But after syllabus mein, accounts mein, you will read this in depth, right? Go and search on the internet. Understand. 1-2 minute ki video dekh lo. Just go on YouTube and watch some video. You will understand that. If you still have doubts, I'll take this up in the next session. Let me know in the next session if you do not understand this, right? But go on internet, research thoda sa, right? And find out what this is. What are these methods? Otherwise, I'm already here. Next session, I'll explain it. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Last 3 points. That is valuation, sir. We have pura samjhaya. Net worth, formula valuation as a multiple of your annual profits, and your valuation using comparison. Koi aur company ko dekh ke compare your company. Right? You compare your company by value. You're looking at some other company. Say your brother or sister is worth 100 rupees. And you say, yeah, मैं तो उनसे अच्छा हूँ, मैं तो उनसे double अच्छा हूँ. So you are for 200 rupees. Simple. Same what businesses do. Absolutely. These sessions, these PPTs are just for crisp concept clarity. Study material is the Bible. I keep repeating. Study material skip kiya to boss, beda gar. It is going to be hell for you. You have to study the study material word by word anyway. There is no alternative, sir. There is no alternative. Awesome. Yes, in financial management, you would have covered, Sandeep, right? All the valuation concepts. Chalo. Awesome. Let us close this session for today. And I'll see you in the next session. We'll start with production strategy. And till then, thank you so much for joining. And I'll see you in the next one.